morning, everyone. Uh, so on Friday, we saw US market came up marginally positive. Uh, yes, in the US, employment data came, which was watched carefully. The addition came lower than what was market expecting. The addition came at 4,31,000 against the market expectation of 4,90,000, and year on year growth of 6,78,000. But we see that these figures are lower and are indicating some pressure on the economy, whereas the expectation was higher, and the overall expectation is that the Fed will be increasing the interest rate sharply by around 0.5% in the next meeting. This increase is not in aligned with sharp increase in the interest rate. So on the one hand, the interest rate may not increase at 0.5%. This may give some indication for that, and on the other hand, it is giving indication that the economic growth, which was very substantial up till now in the US, may see some softness. Apart from that, today China market is closed, and today and tomorrow China markets are closed. But apart from that, Asian markets are marginally positive, and US futures are flattish. So overall, we had seen Friday Indian market moved up very sharply. So we may see some profit booking in the today's morning hour. But whatever the year-end figures which are comes in the first week are showing some positive trend. So overall direction seems neutral to positive. I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. Last week we see the positive momentum and weekly close kept in above important support resistance level. Today we expect flattish open and remain a sideways during the day. Maybe see some profit booking at this level, but at current level also Nifty has current support around 17,600 and 17,540 at downside. Upside major resistance place around 17,720 in upside. If Nifty breaks 17,720, then we expect more positive momentum towards 17,800 and 18,000 in upside. Bank Nifty also trading the positive trajectory, and we expect the positive momentum. Important support place around 37,000 at downside, and below 37 next important support place around 36,920. Next important resistance place around 37,300 and above, and then 37,550 next important resistance for Bank Nifty. Nifty Finance also looks positive at current level. Next immediate resistance place around 17,250, 17,340, and support place around 1780 at down 17,080 at downside. Stock specific, Tata Power looks positive at current level. We are already given call in Tata Power. Our first target is 252 and next target is 260. Support place around 236 at downside. Lawrence Lab also looks positive at current level. First target is 610 and above 610 next target will be 630. SDFC Limited also looks positive at current level. Next important target around place around 2540. Support place around 2410 at downside. That's it for technical. Derivative I can carry.
Yeah, thank you, Vikas. See, on the derivative front, there are two major changes here. The open interest for the new series had reduced, and we are opening very light. Also, the VIX has gone down below the 20 levels. Now it is around the 18 levels. So these two are very positive developments, and that does augur well for the markets in the coming time. Um, One thing here to note is also that the 17,500 put strike now holds the highest open interest amongst puts. So the base has shifted upwards as well. So definitely, all in all, it should be, a good sign. Nifty has a small resistance around 17,800 levels. Once that is crossed, we can see some buying coming in up to the 18,000 levels. Until then, some range bound trade can happen for a day or two, but overall should be positive. So one should look to buy on breakout. From the stock specific front, large caps did pretty well. Banking, in fact, did very well. So banking as a whole, the open interest was so high. Now some short covering action can come in. So definitely, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank can perform. But because the open interest is high, one should buy only for intraday purpose. So do not carry longs in banks at least till important resistances are crossed. From the other stocks, IT stocks continue to witness, uh, you know, open interest reduction, and open interest reduction in IT is very good because from the last 6 months they had been consolidating and they had very high open interest. Now these IT stocks can very likely witness good breakouts and good long-term plays, momentum. So Infosys, TCS, Tech Mahindra, these stocks are to be watched out for and should be bought for the series perspective. They can give good returns. That's it from my side. I'd like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Good morning. So HDFC Bank has released its Q4 business update, where the total advances have grown by 8.6% quarter on quarter. So on a sequential basis, this is this growth of 8.6% is at a 20-quarter high, and also on a year-on-year basis, the growth was 21%. Total loan book has now reached 13 lakh 69,000 crores. So even this 21%, the bank has reclaimed the 20% growth mark after 6 quarters of average growth of around 15 odd percent. So this is a very positive sign, not only for HDFC Bank but also for the entire banking sector. If we break down the from where growth has come on a sequential basis, retail book grew by 5%. SME and rural grew by 10%, and wholesale book grew by 11.5% quarter on quarter. So we expect stock to outperform going forward. CSB Bank also released a similar update. We had been bullish earlier on CSB Bank, but then because of some issue on the gold loan book front, stock has been underperforming since last 3-4 quarters. But this quarter there is again a sign that the past is behind, and the gold book has grown very well. Overall loan book growth was 8% quarter on quarter and 9% year on year. Gold book grew by 13% quarter on quarter and 7% year on year, and non-gold advances grew by 4.7% quarter on quarter. So we expect if this kind of performance is repeated in next 1 or 2 quarters, then definitely CSB Bank is also a potential re-rating candidate. And lastly, Bharat Electronics has declared that its Q4 numbers are at revenue is at 6010 crores against a year-on-year number of 6,900 crores. So it is a decline and negative for the stock. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Avenue Supermarts, that is DMart, has came out with the Q4 business update. The revenue for the quarter is expected to be 8,606 crore. That's a growth of around 18% YOY. And 71% from the pre-pandemic year. However, on a sequential basis, there's a marginal decline of 5%. The company has opened 21 stores during the quarter and currently operates 284 stores. Overall, the update is neutral, given that the stock is continues to remain expensive. So we believe the stock would be the reaction would also be neutral for the in today's trade. Dr. Reddy and JB Chemicals has uh, entered into an agreement with Novartis AG, wherein Dr. Reddy would be acquiring their brand called Sidmus, that is for the cardiovascular range. They are paying $61 million for this against the sales of 136 crore. That's an implying of 3.4 uh, of sales valuation. So this is marginal positive. Similarly, JB Chemicals is also acquiring a brand called Exmada from Novartis, and they are paying $32 million for the same. That is also in the similar kind of valuation. So this is marginal positive for both of them. Jubilant Pharma is also acquiring 25.21% stake in SPV Laboratories Private Limited. That's a herbal and Ayurvedic formulations company for 8.75 crore. So it's very, very small acquisition for them. So it's a no impact kind of a news for Jubilant Pharma. Lupin is also acquiring portfolio of brands from Anglo-French drugs and industries to strengthen the company's presence in vitamins, minerals, and supplements. This is also neutral as we don't know about any other detail about the consideration price and also the sales of the company. So this is also neutral. Thank you.
Yeah, I will quickly update on the auto monthly numbers which came over the weekend. Um, uh, so across the board numbers have been above estimates, which is surprising because looking at the macro factors of inflation, continuous rise in vehicle prices as well as fuel prices, the numbers were surprisingly positive. But although they were above estimates, still segments like two-wheelers and tractors and even three-wheelers continued to remain flattish to negative. In two-wheeler side, Hero posted a 21% decline in volumes. TVS is flattish, as well as Royal Enfield. Bajaj Auto is yet to announce numbers. Uh, on the tractor front, Mahindra and Mahindra performance was above expectation, but still a decline of around 4%, and Escort's tractor sales declined by 18%. Passenger vehicles also was flattish, especially Maruti with a growth of just 2%. But Tata Motors and Mahindra and Mahindra passenger vehicle performance was very good. Both posted, Tata posted around 43% growth, Mahindra around 63%. Um, Again, the segment which has been standing out since last few months, commercial vehicles posted good growth. About both Tata Motors and Ashok Leyland posted around 16% kind of growth in commercial vehicles. The growth in heavy commercial vehicles was even better, and more than 20%, which is a very good sign. And post the third wave which hit the industry, and January, February numbers were subdued, but March has bounced back very well. So we remain positive on commercial vehicles. Thank you.
Yeah. Apart from this, today PE Analytics, one of the company in SME, is getting listed. Small company, but very interesting and good company. Basically, they provide platform for data for real estate company, real estate informations, and their customers are people who are investing in real estate market and also the developers and even the companies which are supplying material to developer and all. Apart from that, they do also valuations for the mortgage companies like HDFC, ICICI and all, who need valuations of the property for lending of the loan. Uh, there also they had come up with very good product in recent time in last one and a half year, and that has done very well. In fact, the last year revenue of around 3.5 crore they had done in first 6 months itself. So that is showing good growth in near term, and their steady business of platform is also growing, not like the other business, but steadily growing and a very high cash generating company. So the stock, we had recommended this stock, and the stock was offered at around 114 rupees. So what we expect that the listing, the fair value listing of around anywhere between 160 to 175. So if we get an opportunity below that, look to buy this stock from a bit longer term perspective. So that's all from us. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.